Raf, you are a German football expert, and we need your help with this because we've been speaking about the story this morning. According to reports in Germany, Bayern Munich have made a verbal offer of 60 million plus add-ons. It's been rejected by Spurs, and it's for Harry Kane. Could you tell us a little bit more about it?
Well, I mean, you got the gist of it. Bayern have been talking to Kane for quite some time. They identified him a year ago as the possible successor for Lewandowski. A year ago, it didn't really go anywhere because they weren't quite convinced he was really that keen. They didn't really think that there was any point starting negotiations with Spurs. It's different this time because they feel that Kane would actually want to come if there is an agreement to be made. Which is why they've made that official approach. Spurs initially seemed to be not quite sure whether this was an offer or not, but anyway, they said, well, it's not enough now. Bayern need to come again and see if they can get this done. But they wouldn't be pushing, they wouldn't be making those offers if they didn't feel that there was a really good chance that Kane, of course, wants to come. That's the first thing, but also that eventually they might find a sort of a landing space to make this happen financially with Spurs.
Raf, I think the first thing I would say on it, the fact that Kane hasn't said that he's wanting to stay at Spurs would indicate clearly he does have an open mind in terms of moving. This is probably, if not his last chance, maybe his most lucrative and best opportunity of leaving and perhaps going to a club with a better opportunity of winning things. The bid itself is rumoured to be around 60 million, which I think clearly Spurs have said it's not enough, but it certainly gives them something to think about with only 12 months to go in Kane's contract.
Yeah, and it's probably not enough to make them really think about it, but if that creeps higher, and I think that bid would have been subject to bonus payments as well. I don't know how high they would have got initially or at the end of it, but I think Bayern have a belief that maybe around about £90 million all in, Spurs will be forced to think, is 1 year of Kane worth that much, or should we prepare for his possible departure and take the money now and then get somebody in rather than lose him for nothing that next year? So I think that is the kind of dilemma that they're trying to, Spurs are aware of it, but I think by Bayern making the offer, they're trying to make them, see what the options are. And of course, for Kane, he's got nothing really to lose because the worst thing that can happen to him is that the offer will be turned down, and then he's still at Spurs, and then he can be a free agent, and maybe then he'll have even more options next season. So he's in a very comfortable position. Spurs don't have to sell, of course, it's up to them. But Bayern hope, having been in the same situation with Lewandowski last year, he only had 1 year left.
Yep.
Barcelona came in with 50 million. Bayern thought, you know what, we'd like to keep him, but if he goes for nothing next year, at least take the 50 million now, and then we can spend it on somebody else, which they're trying to do on Kane this year.
Okay, Raf, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks a lot, mate. Have a good day.
You're
welcome.
Take care. Raf Honigstein there, German football expert. Interesting.
Big decision he's got.
The boys talking about it last night, and there's a part of me that understands slightly what they say if they think Kane going to Bayern Munich might be a little bit of an anticlimax, because we were thinking, right, where's he going to go? Is it going to be United? Is it going to be City? Is it going to be Real Madrid, for example? So I kind of get what they're saying, because I think us here in England would look, even though they're absolute giants, we would almost think that to leave the Premier League to go somewhere else, it would have to be a Real Madrid or something like that, wouldn't it? But
it's the next best thing.
It is, you're right.
Barcelona and Bayern Munich would be the next best thing, I would have thought.
81089 is the way that you can get in touch this morning at TS Breakfast. Or is it just a big negotiation ploy? You never know. Will it flush out other offers? Who knows? There we go. We'll get more on that story as it develops.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods, Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.